And we're back. Back from a hiatus. People have been moving. People have been grooving. Yohei looks so different now. You wouldn't believe it. Things have changed, everyone. Welcome back. New episode, Untitled Shoe Show. As you can see, Yohei is not here today. We got Mark in the house. And we're going to... Big round of applause. Clapping noise coming in. We gotta get one of that air horn machine, the board where it's just noises. Every good podcast has the board with noises. As per usual, we got Sean on the boards. No Mike today, but if he says something, I'm gonna relay it and I'm gonna let you know. What, Sean? You been good?
I'm good.
I love it. Yeah. So I got to hang out with Yohei yesterday. We had a little street market brought to you by Rose Parlor. I was, as per usual, swindled into buying another pair of shoes.
I heard good things about the event.
The event was good, dude. It was fucking packed. I was kind of surprised just because kind of cold outside, but the streets was flooded, as they said. And I don't want to brag, but I think, dude, we had a pretty cool guy setup going on. We had some plants in there for my man Mike. We had Yohei selling. We had Time Change in there. Even Big Vince had some personals that he was selling off. And everyone made money. And that's always.
Good. Love to hear it.
You know, as much as I love to goof around, if everyone's making money at those events, that's really what it's about. Because as fun as it is to go set up, and we're no longer playing shop. It's like, no, this shop needs to fucking function.
Yeah, you guys are a shop.
I got to bring into a little cash.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I got swindled into, not swindled, I brought these shoes up myself, but the Hidden Clarks Wallabies, dude, my first pair of Wallabies.
Nice.
I've never had
first
a
pair
Wallaby.
of Walter Whites.
Dude, my Walter White phase, my dad, I sent my dad a picture right away. He was like, I love the color on those. And I was like, dude, he's a Wallaby. Clarks are a nice, classy shoe. I feel like it's it's half a dress shoe.
They're so subtle.
They're very subtle, and it's I like the thick eraser sole. That shit's nice. And I feel like it's a good shoe when it gets beat up. It still looks real nice.
Yeah, it wears in real nice.
Yeah, that's where that's the world we're in today, dude. Every Jordan coming pre-yellowed.
Oh man,
they're like, dude, reimagined. I want the plastic looking dirty, baby.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got some sneaker news to talk about. We got some just life to talk about. You just got back from New York City. Yeah. We'll talk about Mark going to all 5 boroughs, as everyone who goes to New York City does. That classic New York City trip to all 5 boroughs.
Man, could you imagine?
And then I think afterwards, we're getting this out of the way. If you go to patreon.com/threads and dreads, you might get to hear the boys talk a little Mandalorian, maybe a little comic books. Dude, possibilities are endless. But let's jump into some sneaker news. We had Adidas has been in rough shape.
Yeah.
It's not been good.
Yeah, things have not been.
We're sitting on, they're sitting on, I know I said we. I had to separate. I was like, it's not even jokingly we. I'm out. They're sitting on, I think it's $1 billion in Yeezys.
Yeah.
Them and Beyonce just parted ways.
That's unfortunate.
So what do? You bring the fear of God. And Jerry Lorenzo's in the house making off-brand Adidas Yeezy boosts. What'd you think about those, man?
Initially, the Fear Gods. When I first saw them,
the Adidas ones.
The Adidas ones, the Adidas Fear.
Yeah.
I don't know. When I first saw them, it just seems like it was a collaboration that just happened very, very quickly.
Well, look, they do
concept.
That's a good call. They look like they're a very quickly done shoe. It looks like they were losing everyone, and they're like, guys, we still have a bunch of cool people here. Jerry's here. You guys remember Jerry? Because I also feel like he hasn't. And granted, I'm not the Fear of God customer. I totally get that. But even just from, I would like to think I follow a majority of pages that are going to drop, like, if he's doing a collab with someone or if he's dropping a new line. I haven't really seen a lot of, like, Fear of God stuff recently. I feel like it's been, since the Nike collab, there hasn't really been a whole lot of Fear of God.
Yeah, I just remember seeing the Essentials and then the Converse, like, two-tone.
Okay,
ones,
yeah.
You know, I feel like those were the last Fear of Gods. Like,
yeah, that's really all there is. There's not, and the Essentials are literally just that. They're just Essentials.
Yeah.
And because I didn't realize there was 2 price points on the Essentials too. There's like a tier and then like a C tier. So everyone's just, I know everyone is just rocking the C tier.
Yeah, the C tier is the ones you see at that's not Journeys, but what is it?
Oh, not Journeys. What is
the name of that store?
I keep wanting to say Spencer's. It's not Zoomies.
Zoomies. Yeah, Zoomies.
Well,
there you go.
Is Zoomies past like our time? That was like, I never had Zoomies in the mall as like a young kid growing up who liked skateboarding.
Yeah, it's past. I think it's past our time.
I think it was like past us.
Yeah. Like a few generations.
But in some other Adidas news, I forgot to even bring this up pre-interview. They're going ham. Everyone's suing everyone now.
Yeah.
Nike's suing everyone.
The guns are out.
But Nike, here's the thing. So Adidas is now, we got a lawsuit with BLM over another stripes situation.
Really? That's crazy.
But the problem is, you guys' logo is just 3 stripes.
Yeah.
It's a very, like, is the American flag up next? Like, are you taking down half the flags in the country to be like, Your Honor, clearly these are stripes. They brag about it. They're throwing it in our face. Stars and stripes.
Yeah.
We're stripes. We're Adidas. Like, because they just sued Tom Brown for it.
That's crazy.
And it's like, I don't think Nike is at least suing people that are very clearly using an Air Force One and just putting a rose where the swoosh would be.
Yeah.
And they're like, all those people are like, what the fuck?
Or what were those? They were like Jordan 1s. Are they the Fugazi?
There's the ones with like the guns on them.
Yeah.
The newest one is, it's some brand. It's like, it's not Kitsune, but like Cairo, but they do, it's like a Jordan 1 high, but it's like a lightning bolt on the side. It's almost kind of a la Revenge Storm.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's just doing like patent leathers and Bape colorway, stuff like that. And Nike's like, you got to stop this, man, because this is our shoe.
Cease and assist, bro.
And they were calling him out. They were calling this dude out pretty hard, where they're just like, you're a serial copier. None of this is like legit. And I do kind of agree with it, where it's like, you're not innovating these shoes.
Yeah, you're not. You're just taking the check off.
Like, do you feel
freestyling it?
How do you feel about all the copycat silhouettes, especially these like Nike ones that everyone's like coming out with?
Some of them, I mean, I know there was an Ore one where it's just like a Jordan 1, and then instead of the check, it's like I think it's the Empire State Building on the side or something like that. I don't know, like. Some of them can be a little creative. Even the Fugazi ones with the gun, it's just kind of like, I don't know, man. A part of me appreciates it, and also another part of me is just like, all right, man, like, let's not get too overboard with it, you know?
I think it's okay when it's a singular one colorway and you drop a super limited amount. Like, I think the Fugazi ones were a good example because they had crazy details, if I remember correctly. Like the toe box holes were like bullet holes. Like all that shit, I'm cool with. But then someone I pick on all the time is like, you get like a Warren Lotus.
Yeah.
Who did a bunch.
Oh, man.
Who did replace the swoosh with a Grim Reaper.
Yeah.
And then goes, and it's, the thing is, these dudes are so fucking dumb to me because you could get away with some of these. You could do one colorway and
just do one
it'd be
and done,
basic.
bro.
Don't go like Warren Lewis. Basically gets popped for one. You have 10 colorways. Not only do you have 10 colorways, you pick. He picks. This guy picks the 10 best Nike SB Dunk Low colorways. Like every
He's like, I'm gonna do a Tiffany.
yeah,
one.
every
It's just
Grail
like-
one that someone would want, that's the colorway you do, and it's like you have to know you're just like pushing the boundary.
you're begging to be like, yo.
But I do think
see.
a lot of those guys are also making those almost being okay eating the cost because the publicity from
Agreed.
oh, Nike's going after me, that I'm a mom and pop shop, and it's like, okay, let's all calm down.
Nike's going after the little guy.
Yeah, it's like a group of kids from Manhattan who are like, yeah, they're taking shots at us, the little guy, and you're like, your dad runs Goldman Sachs, dude.
Right.
Don't fucking like act. They're like you're smoking cigarettes out of a rebellious nature, not because you're just dealing with the 20 years of hard times you've had in life and just
Right.
trying to get by.
Yeah.
But I think that's a great segue to Mischief. Back at it again. Big red boots weren't enough.
Oh boy.
We got the backward shoe.
Wow.
Have you seen this
I
thing?
have not. You gotta
Dude,
pull
it
those
is
up, dude.
legitimately a backward. Sean, could you pull up on your phone maybe Mischief backwards shoe?
I gotta see these.
It is exactly as it sounds, and it's just a very jarring thing to look at.
I'm so conflicted with the original, like the red boot. Like I get, like I don't know, like I get, you know, the novelty of maybe wanting to put it on your shelf, but wearing them. Wow, yeah, those are crazy, dude. I have seen like a glimpse of those.
The big red boots, I don't hate as a shelf piece.
Yeah,
get
same,
it.
same. Like I could totally like, oh, these
Dude,
are
turn
on the
that thing
shelf,
into
yeah.
a planter. That's
Yeah.
perfect.
Did
But
they really make these aircast ones too?
they made the aircast
Bro,
ones.
I tore my Achilles. I'd wear something similar to that.
Well, but
not as just regular shoes. No, Mischief has
Aircast
been
shoe.
on. It's the weirdest. I don't understand the brand at all.
Yeah.
And I
Where'd
get
they
it.
come from?
It's a
Like where did?
troll.
It's a troll.
Yeah.
It's the whole thing is a troll. It seems like an art project
Mm-hmm.
that is just spiraled into success because
Is this, I feel like it popped up out of nowhere. At least for me personally.
I have
I'm like,
no
oh.
idea. Okay, I know they did. Some of the first ones I remember were, they did those Gobstopper shoes, where the more they were like skate shoes, and the more you wore them, the idea is to like you're wearing away at the shoe and it's turning different colors.
They used to make skate decks like that.
Yeah, and it's, I feel like it's these just were very like Gobstopper looking, and Jimmy Fallon promoted them, so everyone was like, if Jimmy's doing it. But then they also did a wavy Nike where it looked like it was like the whole shoe had just been melted into waves. I don't even know how it was wearable, but yeah, it's just the weirdest troll brand that.
Dude, the backward shoe looks kind of crazy, dude. I think I was like, I don't know, on Instagram, like right before I was gonna go to bed or something, just kind of like looking, and it was on my Explore page, and then I'd like half like sleep looked at it. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I still I don't even really understand how you're wearing it. It's such a bizarre, and they're
Big open hole.
yeah like how
Yeah,
we
there's
get-
just a whole ass open hole. if they
yeah,
were
it would be
backwards.
sick if your toes are just
It's raining.
just fully exposed.
Like the shoes are conditional. You can't wear it when it's like raining or
Yeah,
snow
that's-
out, you know?
I mean, one of their last pairs was just 2 air casts, so I really don't think they're super concerned about functionality.
yeah.
It's I kind of fuck with the brand though.
Yeah,
At least it's something
the take.
new.
Yeah, like their take on things, like that, the fun that they're having with it. Like I can admire.
Yeah,
that,
it's just the one they did a big art show during Basel in Miami, and it's like the one game they had was just called Chair Simulator, and it's just you sitting in a chair. But in the game, it's just you also sitting in a chair. It's just a chair simulator game, and it's just like, yeah, this rules.
So
if you guys are making money off this, this rules. No matter how bad you're tricking people.
So in simulation, you're just like
Yeah,
in a chair?
it's just you sitting there.
So what do you
there's-
put like? So you sit in a chair, put the goggles on, and then
And
in
then
the
you're just
simulation,
sitting in a chair.
you're in a chair.
Yeah.
What do you like? Can you get up and walk around?
I
Or
don't
do
think
you,
so.
like-
I think it's just strictly for that chair sitting. Yeah, if you want to
Damn.
lose that game, dude.
So are they like showing you like crazy things that would make you want to get like?
No, I think it was just-
I feel
it
like
was-
I'm looking for some catch here.
No, there was like no catch. They
Yeah.
had, because that was the same art show where they had a game where it was just put your debit card in, and whoever had the most, it would just show how much money you had.
That was in Basel, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard about
And
that.
it was like-
yeah.
And it was funny because
Diplo win or something?
Diplo, I think, won. I know at one point, do you fuck with that dude, All My Hats Are Dead?
No, I never.
He's a big Grateful Dead guy, just kind of jam band dude, but he basically cornered the market on, hey, so I own an embroidery machine. I loaded up Steelies, Dancing Bears, everything, and he just gets vintage hats and like rips them onto hats, and like so he'll like embroider over logos. It's done very, very well. I'm simplifying it to like he's not watching, I'm assuming, so I don't think I'll get any backlash.
Yeah.
But yeah, he just drops. He's made so much money just selling vintage hats. The on-lot finance market is insane to me. How much money people make on dead stuff.
It's funny how much the hippies are into the drip, man.
Oh, dude,
It's crazy.
once that John Mayer got over there too, now they're all rocking Visvim. They're all doing whippets and $2,000 Visvim shamans.
Dude, Visvim.
They're like, yes, this rules.
Dude, speaking of Visvim, you fuck with Visvim?
I
like a lot
do.
of the stuff they do.
I've always enjoyed. I think they're called the shamans, right? That have like the fringe around the
Yeah,
side.
yeah. They're like a shoe, and then had the.
Yeah, it has almost
fringes on the
it has
side.
a Clark's kind of vibe to
Yeah.
them. What
I like those.
I like Visvim a lot. That's John Mayer, no joke, has an insane Visvim collection. That he is a very stylish guy.
Yeah.
For as much as I love to joke about him, he's pretty dripped up. Dude.
Yeah. Agreed.
But that's once you have that money,
yeah.
you're going to see those people.
Yeah.
Like I was telling you, I watched this tour of this guy's house. I'm not even gonna try and remember his name, but huge shoe collector, crazy house. Half these pairs, he's got every Eminem Jordan collaboration. So it's just hundreds of thousands of dollars, and they're all just signed by Eminem and shit. And you're like,
Jesus.
dude, how are you getting these? Not just the shoe, but also like him to sign. Because Eminem always seems like an angry guy to me.
He does, man.
I feel like he doesn't do a lot of.
Not approachable.
Yeah, anytime I imagine just as he's leaving every studio, it's just like The Way I Am plays, and everyone's like, "Don't ask for autographs, dude." He hates autographing stuff.
I think he's sober now, so he's probably just pissed off.
Oh, even double pissed.
Dude, I feel like Eminem is like one of those artists who just got too good at rapping. Like,
There is a clip or some clips that are going, I guess, kind of viral of, I want to say it's Melly Mel. It's an old, like, that era of rap. And they're just like, dude, fuck Eminem still.
yeah.
And they were just like, I get it. He's a good rapper, but all the songs sound the same.
It's true, dude.
And especially now, he kind of has like, I feel like he has 2 or 3 different, like, eras, and also
Yeah,
like
agreed,
he's
yeah.
got 2 or 3 different like flows. It's not the baby or Da Baby where it's like every song sounds the exact same, but it's like, all right, this is gonna be a funny one.
Yeah.
I know the cadence of everything.
I like those. I like when it's funny.
I
And
like
I'll-
the funny ones. The super serious ones, I'm like, especially now,
Yeah.
I'm like, dude.
like The Way I Am and shit like that was cool, but I feel like this later era of Eminem, he's like I said, he's like too good at rapping. Like the short is so sharp that the message is getting lost in translation. It's just like, I don't know how to explain it.
You're not
dude.
even
Like,
to me. I'm like,
I feel the way about Aesop Rock sometimes, and he's like
Yeah.
my all-time favorite. It's almost like it's too much.
it's too like lyrical.
Yeah.
It's like, bro,
it's so much jammed into like these like it feels like when you have like juice or something that's just been sitting in like the fridge and like it's starting to like expand. It's like that is how many words you fit into these bars, dude, where I'm just like, I don't know what we've said.
Yeah.
I heard like, I feel like it's like a nursery rhyme at that point. Like I'm a child who's just like, I liked when you went and da 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 da.
Yeah.
But yeah, Aesop Rock has that same issue. A lot of
It's still really good.
Yeah.
for sure. It's not. I don't think there's anyone who's. It's too decadent. It is like it's a trip. Yeah,
rich.
it's like a triple
Yeah.
chocolate cake.
Yeah.
You're like,
it's like way too rich.
yeah, you're like
whoa.
enough's enough. Dude.
Yeah,
I'm not.
Like, I'm
And
okay.
I also think, I mean, this just seems like a pretty average statement. This isn't breaking any news, but like Eminem's also kind of become like old man on the front lawn.
Yeah.
Get off my hip hop.
Yeah.
Get off of it. And it's like, dude, listen, if any of these people, if Machine Gun Kelly wants to rap,
I was
dude,
just about to
who
segue
gives
to
a
that,
shit,
bro.
man.
Did you hear about that Spider-Man comic just came out?
Is there a Spider-Man
He was a part
with
of
MGK?
it. No, Eminem.
Oh, Eminem was in the
Came out
Spider-Man.
like 6 months ago or something.
Really?
Damn, really.
Everything possible to get.
Of course, everything Eminem, I kind of,
My buddy tried to get one.
I don't think about it as much. So I think about Beyonce having a huge fan base. I think about Taylor Swift. All these people who have like names for them, where it's like Swifties or the Beehive. It's like Eminem has a huge like group of fans. It's everyone who's in recovery. Everyone who's ever popped
Yikes.
pills for like more than 3 weeks is like,
Yeah.
I stand this guy, dude.
Yeah.
It's a good,
I thought you were referencing recovery.
No,
Yeah,
no, but
yeah.
I forgot that everything he has is like,
Yeah.
Beyonce, that Ivy Park brand's like,
dude, it is
Yeah.
gone. Ivy Park, done. Eminem stock, shooting through
didn't
the
they have
roof.
To, like, buy her out or something, or vice versa.
I don't know if they bought her out, but I think
They
it.
did.
They,
Something just happened.
How many
But-
runs of Ivy Park were there with Beyonce?
I think
Wasn't
there was
two?
maybe 2 or 3.
I feel like if there were 3, the first 2 did really well, right?
I think they did
The
okay.
projections just didn't hit.
Yeah.
I was watching a thing about it.
I think the thing to me with all that, and I was saying this to Yohei, it's like it all kind of felt TJ Maxx Marshalls. Like, yeah, this shit's gonna be like a bunch of people are gonna buy it when it gets to TJ Maxx or Marshalls.
It's done.
Yeah, no one is, no one's like getting online to get this shit.
I felt like her first drop though, the like Beehive fans
Yeah.
and like the like
Oh, I'm
super
sure-
Beyonce fans were eating it up. But then when it's like when they did another collection and then the collection, after
It's just
that,
all it was. I think
dwindled down.
the first round is the commitment from your fans.
exactly.
That's like everyone's gonna get this shit because everyone's like, we got you. And then but by the time the second one comes around and nothing's changed, like nothing's like,
See, yeah, they should have just did a one and done type of deal, like a one and done collaboration.
yeah,
that would have been like
that would have been a better.
that would have saved the novelty of it, you know.
Or,
So read this. They only made 40 million, but they were supposed to make 250.
oh yeah,
Oh,
you're
yeah, that's a crazy deficit.
you're supposed to make 250 million. You're only raking in 40 million. That's not good.
yeah,
That is not
They split. It's a bit.
not good. Which also, I would love to sprinkle in this piece of comic book news. Shazam 2.
But
Yikes.
they already knew it wasn't going to make any money.
Well,
I saw
well, the director was like, "Hey, I kind of figured this wasn't going to be good."
But the DVD sales.
But they also didn't promote it at all. But I think it made like its opening weekend like $30 million, which is
They
That-
cost, what, 200 million to make?
yeah, it was like
Jesus.
if it costs 150 to make, you have movies that make $1 billion. That's like if they could have scrapped it, they would have.
That dude was just at the Comic-Con. The guy that plays Shazam.
What's Chuck? Yeah, that's all I know him from.
I don't know his name. Zachary Levi?
It is Zachary Levi, dude.
Let's get to Mark.
Yeah.
Introduce yourself a little bit. Talk about maybe some of the stuff you did with the Cavs.
So
Man, you
Let the people know who
were with the boy. Me and Mark met. When did we meet?
when did we meet, dude?
Did
Did we meet through Vince?
It
Well,
might-
no, maybe not, dude. Because we
you might
met
have just
at,
came through the shop.
yeah.
So you probably met maybe.
Was it maybe through Harold or Rosie?
Oh,
or
you
something
know what?
like
It
that?
could have been like
Yeah,
Harold or someone.
Yeah, yeah.
But that's when back when PM just had the shop and we were rocking.
Good times.
Maybe it's probably met like 3-4 years ago at this
yeah.
point.
Yeah, maybe 5.
5.
Yeah, we gotta give ourselves a little.
We'll
credit
give
here.
dude,
Let's
and
give
5's
ourselves
a
some
good
credit
round
here,
number.
Yeah.
But dude, you've always been a swaggy guy, dude. What have you always just felt the swag?
Yeah.
What's the like? Did anything like get you into it? Like I like clothes because my fucking dad is addicted to thrifting, so I've just always been at thrift shops getting stuff. And then when I grew up, it was like my cousin skateboarded and did graffiti. So you're just like,
Yeah.
I know what's cool.
Yeah, it's a mixture, I guess, a little bit of both of that. You know? Like, I've been into it, like, just fashion and clothes and shit since, like, high school, you know?
Yeah.
A lot of the, the Pharrell clips, like, that's a heavy influence. And that's
gonna say.
also kind of how I got into skateboarding, too. So it was, like, the double whammy between the two.
So did you start skating in high school?
Yeah, I started skating in high school, man.
So kind of, I mean, you're a pretty good skater. I've seen you rip a couple tricks.
Yeah.
I've seen you in some videos. I feel like is high school kind of a late start,
Yeah, high school is a late start.
right?
So,
Because now you got kids they're like,
man, they're starting and they're like, dude, like 8, 9, 10.
well, you almost have people who, when I was a kid, like there's hockey dads who are like hockey dads who are mad fucking intense about it. Now I feel like you have skateboard dads who do that.
Yeah.
Who are like, you're gonna be sponsored by Monster.
Yeah, like a Yaja.
One day.
Nyjah dad.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I heard Nyjah's dad is pretty crazy. Yeah.
And now I heard Nyjah's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
I was
really
hearing some
good.
stuff. Those house parties.
Yeah.
He
knows how to
wowzers.
He knows how to kick it, I heard.
So always been since high school?
Yeah,
Just
it
been
was
getting into
it was sophomore year of like high school. I think so I had to do funny story. I had to do a report on the weather, and I don't know, being in high school, I was like, I'm going to try to take a shortcut. I'm just going to like look this shit up on YouTube.
Yeah.
So like I typed in like forecast on YouTube it had to be on like the weather patterns and clouds or some shit like that. So I typed in forecast and Mike Moe's forecast part came up. And I like watched it. And I never touched a skateboard or anything. I like watched it. Dude.
What an insane part.
Yeah,
what
that's
a
how
weird-
like seriously. That's how it happened.
The internet, I feel like, has done so much for kids, especially like when we were young, back in the day, just randomly finding sites like that or video parts. Because I remember finding Complex, and it was just like some kind of random Google search, and I found it one time, and it had to have been like brand new, like first website, because I think it was complexmag.com. So I remember I got to the site, left the page, and for like weeks I felt like a detective scouring the internet trying to figure out like what was that website? What was this thing that had all these cool like
Yeah.
because you're seeing cool like holy shit, dude. People who skateboard and rap are hanging out now.
Yeah.
What the fuck's
Like what the
worlds
fuck
have
is going
collided.
yeah.
Yeah, because it's when you get to see everything it's no longer like separate. Like when for so long when I was
Talking about Chad Muska, right?
yeah, dude. Honestly, like the Muscalade was like that
Muscalade, I
early
love it.
zone
Yeah.
of things kind of like all getting together. Because for so long, skateboarding was like
It was its
heavy-
own world.
Honestly, that mixtape he put together, he had like huge people on it.
oh yeah,
He had like a bunch of dudes from Wu-Tang. He had like a bunch
Dude.
of heavy hitters on this album.
Chad Muska had
He never produced anything in his life.
Chad Muska produced every song he's ever skated to in a skate video.
Yeah.
Which is like one of those crazy.
Without Muska Beats, he never did it before.
Yeah.
And he contacted all those guys. Hey, you want to do this mixtape with me?
Because that's when Muska was like the height of the Muska too, where he was like, "Yo, I'm getting what?" Because he's all right. He's not getting Method Man, maybe, but he's like, "Dude, did he get Method?" I thought he was on the
he
You
may
God
have
budget.
the You God budget.
He's like, "We're gonna get someone from the Wu-Tang Clan," and they're like, "Is it the RZA?" And he's like, "No,
it's
the
it-
Jizza."
it's You God.
No. Have you ever heard of You God?
Have you ever heard of Capadonna?
Yeah. I feel so bad those guys got raw end of it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
No, you don't.
yeah, I know. Really. They're completely fine.
Yeah, they're good.
No,
They had a great impact.
Those guys aren't
collectively.
At the end of the month when they pay their rent, they're not like, we're gonna have to tighten the
Who's
belts.
that to put out
Yeah.
with Zark? Is that Inspector Deck? With
He's one of my favorite in
MF
Wu-Tang.
and Zark, you ever heard of Zarface?
Yeah, yeah.
Isn't that him and Inspector Deck?
Uh,
Sure it is.
We should Google stupid
Yeah.
I'm
videos.
like 90% sure.
Well, we're gonna get to the internet for that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you've listened to shit, and it's all
Yeah, yeah.
references. It's fucking sick.
Well, that's why
I'm curious.
I will say, skate videos though, definitely a huge influencer.
Yeah.
Like I feel like even if you didn't skate, it's like the music, the style. Like you're
Yeah.
seeing like it felt very raw.
Yeah, that's what like what for me, like the, originally seeing forecasts and then getting into it, I'm like, okay, like I want to try skateboarding. And then the segue is like, I want to watch people that look like me doing it.
Yeah.
Obviously, like, people that are black and shit skating. So that's kind of how I came across, like, at the time I was still listening to like Clips, you know what I'm saying, and Family and stuff like that. And I was like, oh shit, like Pharrell has a skate team, you
Yeah.
know? And, there's black kids skating,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So it just, that's where like the fashion of it, because, the fashion and the skateboarding, those two worlds just kind of collided for me.
Without a doubt, and I think street skating especially just helped push this like such a unique style to the entire world.
Yeah.
Where for so long skateboarding was just like this fucking California sunshine
Dude.
like type of vibe.
Yeah.
And then it started with like bowl skating, and then people were really into transition, and all that stuff's so polished. Like tricks were almost more done in seemed more like a contest.
Yeah.
Like skating vert or transition seems like a contest to me. Where skating street is just
It's
like
just raw.
It's like
just the rawness.
the most fun version and the most fucking like fuck you version of skateboarding, because it's like, yo, we're gonna destroy shit, dude.
Yeah.
We don't care.
We're gonna skate the stair in front
And-
of your house.
And it was sick because you got all these chances to see. To me, I've always been a New York person. Like I think New York is like the mecca of like where cool things have always happened. And that's where, I mean, even as early as like the early 90s, you had like Supreme popping up. You had these like small skate shops in New York City that were like, yeah, dude, this is what it looks like now.
Yeah.
And we can like dictate it. And it took a while to get to us, but by the time we're in high school, it's like sound waves coming from space where it's like, oh, we set that off forever ago.
Yeah.
You guys you just heard about this? And it's like, yeah, man, it's awesome. I want to know more. And the internet was such a good place to be like, yeah, dude, here's all of it.
Yeah.
And it felt like for a long time, you were like, so much to learn.
Yeah.
I could just dig in this forever.
That's why you have the internet,
And
Like,
now I'm like, I know. Don't tell me ever again. I'll be pronouncing it Wales boner, okay? I know it's not that.
is it not Wales? What is it?
I think it's Wales Bonner.
Wales Bonner. Okay. Bonner.
But hey, don't spell boner if you don't want boner. Okay? that's a you thing.
Yeah.
Sorry, Europe.
Yeah. Like Jabos, Gerbon.
Yeah. What so once you started skateboarding, did you pick it up pretty quick then?
So I gotta, when it comes to like the story of how I started skating, I always gotta shout out Roger.
Okay,
Roger
yeah.
Krebs. He I would go to the local skate park, which was Euclid Skate Park, and
Yeah.
like, Roger was skating there.
Dude.
I had a car at that time. I don't think he was driving. So,
Metal ramps.
Yeah, metal ramps,
Dude,
shitty concrete.
I got the
instant
wind.
razor tail.
I got the wind knocked out of me on that spine as a little
my
kid,
God, bro.
dude.
That
I
spine-
go over and just
Bro, that spine has claimed so many lives, bro. Like I've fallen victim to that thing like
Dude.
twice,
and that not a metal ramps skating in the summer.
bro.
It's you're on blacktop, and then the ramps are made of metal. So you're literally, it's like a real life, the floor is lava,
Yeah.
except everything's lava.
Bro, it's crazy because when you go up the transition, you're going over a crack to hit the metal ramp, and then when you're on the transition, if you do a transfer, you have to be aware that when you come in, you have to lift up because there's a crack at the bottom of the ramp on the other side.
It's
Or you might lose your front teeth.
Yeah, right.
just
literally
making something already difficult more difficult.
right. Just adding like a hint of treachery to it.
So starting over at
Treacherous.
Euclid,
Mm-hmm.
is that where like, because starting in high school, was it like Ollie first day?
It definitely. I mean, it was maybe Ollie first 2 months, and the reason I felt like I progressed as quickly as I did.
Yeah.
Is I had like YouTube. I like watch videos on like how to ollie.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
You were
And
doing
it's
the
just,
research.
Yeah, it's just like, okay, you snap the tail, you jump while you do it, lift your foot up, slide it. It's just like it just made sense in my head.
Yeah.
And I was already kind of athletic a little bit, so it just made sense. And
Yeah,
then,
and I
like I
think
said, I had Roger kind of helping
You
me.
have
and
other
shit like
people,
that.
and it's so much more fun when you have other people. Like that's skateboarding such a nice thing because it's highly independent, but the addition of people really fucking makes it more fun, and it gives you like that extra like, oh, I want to be as good as my buddy, or I want to be able
exactly. Yeah,
you don't. No one wants to be the person that's like,
yeah,
hey man, why don't you wax up this ledge while we get ready to skate?
right.
Like,
Yeah,
Such a good job.
yeah, you're just
Yeah.
waxing the ledges so well. I'd hate for you to ruin it by trying to skate.
right.
them.
It's like you're a busboy to leave.
Yeah, you're the bus boy. Wax
the ledge.
They're like, dude, I would love to sweep in front of it, but you're sweeping. It's like, how do you get all that?
You're like Jeffrey, bro. You roll up, wax it real quick, get out the way.
Like other skaters are just like Huck Finning you.
Yeah.
Like they've got the broom upside down, and you're like, guys, thank God I got it. Give me that broom. You practice a couple tray flips.
Right. You're over there like Alfred, you know.
What was so from first learning skating, getting adapted to it? Do you remember when you were first able to kind of, because this is moving from the park to actually being able to go skate street?
Yeah.
Do you remember like kind of that zone?
I remember that a little vaguely. Yeah, I mean, the first thing for me was just like, okay, like I have this small bag of tricks. I'm like, you know, through Roger and just, you know, going up to Lakewood Park. Because, you know, I grew up on the east side, so I would have to venture all the way to Lakewood Park because that's kind of where the scene was at the time. But
Shout out home park.
right, I had my array of tricks, and it's just like I started to meet people up there that would film and stuff like that. So I'm like, oh shit, like now I gotta like do these tricks with a camera, like fucking 4 feet behind me, dude. Like,
Well, it's not only one with a camera, and then two, when you start taking it out of a skate park,
dude,
there's all these variables. But I do feel like skating Euclid first probably helps a little bit with that because you're already thinking about not, oh, this is perfect. Because Lakewood, especially at that time, was within.
Bro, it was like the crispiest thing
so
ever.
No one's like, oh, watch out. Like the littlest seam.
The night before they're officially open.
Yeah.
Nice.
It was like 6 in the morning.
Yeah.
The like littlest seam at Lakewood, like we're all like, oh, watch out for the giant crack.
Right. And it's like where I came from, Euclid Skate Park. It's just like, dude, I would go to Lakewood and I'd be like, yo, this place is fucking pristine compared.
Dude, Lakewood Skate Park used to pop. And I've said this before, I will say it again. Dude, a lot of really good people who skated back in the day. Yeah. And it's granted, back in the day, having someone who was flow for somewhere was wildly impressive, but there were people who were flow for like Alien Workshop, Zoo York, fucking DC, Blacklit, like Habitat. Like you had people who were, wasn't just necessarily like
a lot of the kids that I, met through like skating with Roger and like hanging with him were getting hooked up. Like there was this kid, Eric Vicarone.
Of
was
course.
getting boards
Shout
from Workshop, CJ. He was getting shit. And then, I don't know, man. It's just like being exposed and around those people like helped me progress and understand skating.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
Well, I think you do another thing with skating, and this, I'm doing like a sociology skateboarding thing. Yeah. I'm quitting all jobs and writing a book as a guy who's never been able to ollie. It took me 6 months, and I barely was like, yeah, I get the concept, guys. Shut the hell up. But in skating, if you are thrown into the deep end of the pool, you do there's no one to save you.
Yeah.
But you also are like, I want to look cool. So like you do have, if you're skating with like Roger and then that whole crew that they're skating with at Lakewood, and you get into that rotation, you're kind of like, maybe you fuck up the first time and you're like, fuck, I look fucking stupid.
Yeah, like
Then you're like,
I gotta go practice this, or I gotta learn
you
this
gotta
next
go
try.
practice so that way the next
Yeah.
time you go through, it's not like fucking angry Adam over there like getting pissed at you.
Yeah, because you never
just
want to
like,
be that kid just over there, like,
no,
focusing
you want
your board.
Yeah, you
making a
want to be
scene.
the one that's like a part of the group. You
Mm-hmm.
want to be you want to be someone where someone's like, damn, this dude is killing. And skating is something that you can do that with, where your trick doesn't have to be the hardest, but if you can do it with like that
style.
sauce, dude,
Yeah, yep.
you got a little steez on a trick.
Yeah.
It's a 50-50
Yeah.
can look very cool
Yeah.
or very fucking dumb.
Yeah.
Like if you buckle your knees and you're
Yeah.
like
That was
surfing it, people are like, what the fuck is your problem?
Yeah.
But it's like you get in there and it just feel like it's butter. That looks so cool.
Yeah, that's how skating, at least for me, as far as like the trick selection and shit. Like I never did the techiest like stuff, but I always just wanted to master the trick, and it just feel like I don't know, like a I don't know, stepping up a curb or something. I wanted it to be that easy,
Yeah,
so I
you
would
wanna-
practice it a million times. You know?
I think that's where a lot of like people's enjoyment of watching people, like from that third party perspective. Watching people who do tricks where, it feels like second nature. Like
Yeah,
it's
second
just,
nature. Yeah.
I woke up and I just fucking tray flipped out of bed. And it's just like people's feet moving so quick and it just looking like, how the fuck did you know how to do that?
Yeah.
Is so impressive to me versus like, a dude, even like watching a dude just huck it down some stairs. It's like, all right, this is very cool.
Yeah.
I get how dangerous this is.
But it's like 100 tries later, it's just like
It's just the same. And at the end of the day, I'm like, I get it.
Yeah.
And you're all beat up. You look gross by the end. I'm like, gosh, dude, your shirt's like hanging on him. Like,
Because you can perfect it. If you perfect the trick, it may happen a little quicker. But if you just have that trick and you can just do it here and there, and then you take it to a set, you gotta think, man. The camera guy's gonna, he's gonna be standing there while he's like waiting for you to find out.
he doesn't. At a certain point, he's like, dude, whatever. Get the trick or don't. No
Yeah.
one gives a shit.
Yeah.
That is like the ultimate patience job.
Yeah.
It's just being a skate filmer, and because you have to stay.
Dude, I like wholeheartedly like love and respect all my homies that film. Rosie, Matt, Jesse. Shouts out to all you guys, dude. Like
You're
seriously.
like, thank you for waiting.
Yeah.
There with me.
Yeah.
Well, because also I imagine you guys stay pretty positive.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you don't want to have the filmer who's like, let's go, dude.
Man, because
Because then you're just getting more pissed.
you'll have your tricks that you've literally like perfected, like
Yeah.
at Lakewood or something. It's like, all right, I've done this front crook on this box a million times. But then you go, to a street spot in Cleveland, and like you said, it has the variables. It has the cracks. It has the pebbles. The anger line is a little crooked or something. Like there's just so many variables. So you're like trying your ass off. And then you got your homie there with the camera who's got to perfect the angle. every time
and then
you
he's
go.
trying to just stay smooth.
Yeah,
and
it's
just,
like, God damn, dude. It's a crazy process.
it's a sick job, dude. I
it
think
is. And their backs, they're sacrificing their backs to be bent over with the camera.
that is true. I kind of never thought about that. That's a catcher style in baseball, dude. They
Yeah.
probably got bad knees.
Yeah.
Because you're just crouched down the whole time.
My knees are damn near shit just from skateboarding.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Snack.
I don't even know how human beings are still surviving these days.
Shoes.
Oh yeah, let's go to what? All right,
15 minutes left. Concrete flowers.
let's.
Yeah.
Lorenzo.
I do want to know what first skate shoe for you,
First skate shoe.
or at least first skate shoe you remember getting that you were like
half cabs.
half cabs.
Half cabs. Is black and white half cabs.
Ooh, dude,
Yeah.
I like a good half cab. You still
Yeah.
skate half cabs?
So more recently, I've like transitioned back into Vans, but before that it was Nike. But yeah, more
In between the two.
yeah.
So we got what you said, 15 left. Beautiful. Last thing I wanted to talk about was our boys Alex and Varun. Shout out Concrete Flowers.
Yeah, shouts out to
I saw you in the fire fits modeling for the boys for new Cavs drop.
Yeah.
So big shout out to them.
Yeah.
Well deserved. Super talented guys.
Photo of that? I'm gonna put it up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There's definitely. And if they sue, oh boy, would I love it? Because I'll take those two to court any day.
Yeah.
and you put that in the books, Varun. But
I just loved how organically like that whole like link up and shoot happened.
yeah, I was gonna say, because I didn't even know you guys necessarily knew each other.
Yeah.
How'd you guys kind of link up?
So
All of my friends were friends.
I've known like Ben Soltis through just passing. And
Okay.
My lady has done like a few shoots with Ben.
With Ben related
Yeah,
stuff.
and I guess it might have been like a conversation like I model or Ben might have seen me modeling or something. So Ben, I guess.
Did he print for Concrete?
I'm not sure if he printed for Concrete. Oh, yeah, he did. He did
Okay.
print for Concrete. What am I saying? He did print for Concrete. So, I guess Ben referenced me to Varun, and then Varun reached out to me from the Concrete Flower page to say, hey, would you be interested in like modeling for, this collaboration we have with the Cavs? And I was like, yeah, sure. So, got in contact with Varun, a few messages back and forth, like set a date and linked up, and the shoot worked in like 30 minutes. We shot with Corey.
Okay, yeah. I was gonna ask.
It's my first time meeting him too.
Yeah, it was. How fucking cold was it, dude?
Bro, it was freezing. Oh my god.
I was talking to him the day before, and I was like, we're talking about this drop, and super excited. You know what I mean? Like, one, to be working with Arsham Studios, with super awesome.
Yeah.
I think it's very cool that the Cavs are tapping in with more local people.
Yeah.
And not even necessarily like local people that are huge local. Like people that are like on that come up, on that like.
I love it.
This
man.
is a very creative brand. What was I gonna say? But I was talking to him and I was like, dude, congratulations, this shit's awesome. That's when I first saw that visualizer where it's like, it almost reminds me of like a stuffed animal.
Yeah, the
like,
visual's
in a
crazy,
vacuum
man.
seal bag.
Yeah.
Dude. But he was telling me, he's like, yeah, we're doing the shoot tomorrow. And I said, oh, where are you doing it? He's like, I think we're going to do like an Edgewater thing.
Yeah.
And I looked outside, I was like, motherfucker.
Yeah, dude.
I was like, dude, it is raining and snowing at the same time.
Yeah. I thought like, when I seen the weather, I was like, maybe we're going to cancel and like reshoot, but I'm kind of glad we didn't because it made for the look. Like,
it had a really cool, it looked like a natural like breeze element to it. I kind of like that there was that little bit of snow or moisture or whatever, like in the like outer rim of the images.
Yeah.
So I love the way Corey shoots is real cool.
Yeah. I noticed that too. It's funny because like, I don't know, like I since might have posted some photos and tagged Corey at a certain point in time. I like what he does with the flash.
Yeah.
He
like
has
how he has good control of that, and he's someone that I'm not the world's best of all things identifying like different photographers.
Yeah.
Seems tough. I can tell Corey's style.
Yeah,
though,
he has a
just
very
from, like,
distinct
looking at
style.
him, and it's like when I saw the whole collection, I was like, damn, dude, this rules. All my friends are doing this together. Because I was like, oh, I don't know if any of these people like knew each other. Because like I said, I didn't know if I was like, maybe does he know Alex? And I was like, I feel like none of them know Corey. Like, it just
that was my
felt
first
like-
time meeting Corey, dude. It was just, I guess that whole culmination of us getting together happened through like just Ben.
I was gonna say it felt Ben and Vince are two ultimate connect. They are they are the universal like remote, dude. They can everything is connected through them. So that's why I was like, as soon as you dropped Ben, I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense.
I get what's happening now. He's like, what do you need? Photographer? Like pulls out his Rolodex. He's like, okay, yeah, I got you.
We got Corey.
He's like, did you get any of the product?
Yeah, actually, Varun gave me a shirt, a hoodie, and the hat.
Oh,
for the
hell yeah,
collection.
dude.
So yeah, and the shoot only took like 30 minutes.
Dude, great deal.
Dude, it was so quick. It was cold out there, but I
mean, you're here.
Yeah.
You made it.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, shout out if anyone wants to get that stuff. Cavs team shop at wherever the Cavs play. Now. And again, Varun, I'll be requesting a Venmo for that advertisement. This is our first official ad.
Yeah.
It's Concrete Flowers. But dude, thank you so much for coming on. You got any socials, anything you need to plug?
Yeah.
This is the plug sesh.
Yeah, so I have a vintage curation page.
Hell yeah.
Kind of shop that I'm starting up. It's Erie Garments.
Okay.
So ERIE Garments.
Yeah.
You can check that out. And
Instagram?
Yeah, Instagram.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
Go check that out. We are going to be coming back. Dude, we're doubling down today. We're going to have a nice, fun Patreon. There's going to be more cursing. Who knows what's going to happen? Do I smoke a bowl on it? We'll find out. As always, Instagram.com/threadsandDreadsPod. Patreon.com/threadsandDreads. If you want to watch any of these videos on YouTube, someone brought this up. Great point. Should give the page that it's on. So we are at Untitled Shoe Show on Instagram or on YouTube.
Yeah, it's youtube.com/Untitled Shoe Show.
Yeah, so youtube.com/Untitled Shoe Show. That's where you find the videos. Thank you, Mark, for coming through today, dude.
Course, man.
I'm excited.
Glad to finally make it over here.
Dude, we'll continue it.
Yeah.
Yohei's he's a busy guy. My man's flying all over. At one point, he was in Pittsburgh and Detroit in the same day, he told me.
Wow.
And if that's not a
It's
world
traveling man.
basically, this guy's on the Silk Road.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'd love to have you back. And the Silk Turnpike. Yeah, we're going to get out of here, and we're going to get into a sweet, beautiful Patreon episode where we talk some Mandalorian.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks for listening, guys. We'll catch you next time. Bye.